Virgos, hi, let's talk about your very changing and very dynamic energy in February 2020. So your energy is getting stronger and stronger. I think that you're off to a good start. We've just come into the lunar new year, and then we will move to the tropical new year through from now until March 21st when Aries season comes around. So you guys are kind of immersed in a transition period of knowing what you want to finish, what you want to begin. You've got like death in your reading. You've got Two of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Basically a lot of solitude and acceptance of endings, and new creative thought about how you want to begin again. So as you guys might have seen from your 2020 year ahead forecast, I find Virgo's energy to be one of the most compelling and reassuring in the year of 2020. So I don't think that you guys are going to be having too tough of a time here in February, but I do think that February, in the grand scheme of your 2020, is probably one of the most defining months and one of the most important times to look within and to detach a bit from other people's expectations, to see if there is any feeling of like illness or any feeling of being trapped, or any self-imposed restrictions that are no longer warranted. This is what your month is revolving around, because you're creating a stronger sense of unity. You're sort of being a unifying presence to other people, and people are maybe looking to you for advice or looking to you to help them sort their own lives out. So I think that it's incredible what you're being called to do here in the month of February. And as usual, it is all starting within. I love your energy. I just have a nice cup of chai tea here as I am looking at your spread, Virgo. So let's talk about, what's the first theme that I want to talk about for you guys? You want to get a little bit less OCD about the things that aren't happening anymore. Okay, what do I mean by this? So old breakups, old people from the past, old ways of exhibiting love language, old ways of building a union. It feels like certain figures or certain people or certain experiences of the past are still really being sifted through, which is natural during this time. We want some idea of healthy reflection. But as you guys see, you have Four of Cups and the Devil right connected to that reflection card of Seven of Pentacles, which means that beneath the surface, this idea of reflection may be starting to get a bit addictive. And as you start to see that maybe you've learned everything that you can from that past relationship or from that old setting or that old environment, you start to see that there are a few things here in the present that really need your attention. And that's what starts you off right in the first week of February. Virgo's death rooted down by the Ten of Cups. It becomes very present oriented. You kind of snap out of the past a bit, and if you don't let go of the past, you will be snapped by the universe out of the past, because something in real life may come up that really needs direct attention. I don't feel that this is like traumatic in any way. Ten of Cups is a very predictable, safe energy, but you could see that something relating to family needs your full attention. You could see that maybe your children, if you're a parent, need extra attention now. Maybe your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend needs extra attention now, and like a more versatility or more adaptability in their needs. Basically, I sense that these sort of like fourth house, family, home themes are changing up a little bit. So you might see that relationship dynamics in the first week of February are changing. People who have really favored you might be questionable now. People whom you've really favored might be questionable now. And there's a degree of just like being awesome within that, Virgo, because we're all kind of there. We're all kind of experiencing this. And what I think is that you're such a rock star this year that we're a little bit jealous of you, or some people are a little bit jealous of how you can kind of just bypass this. So there might also be a degree of people trying to like pull you down, or people trying to get you on their level, or saying, I feel horrible. Now it's your turn, Virgo, to feel horrible. Basically, the idolization of pain and death energy becoming like a area of family bonding is what I'm feeling in the first week. And it's one of the most defining weeks of your year, I think, how you face this and how you work with this. Because you want to sort of be carrying the flag. You know, death energy is also about sort of proclaiming a central theme or a central power within the ending that's happening. It's like you have some responsibility or culpability in the endings that are around you. You're kind of carrying a flag through it. So something relating to family union being difficult, you have a central responsibility within in the first week. And I want you guys to really be there for that, okay? I don't want you to be, drinking it away. I don't want you to be letting that time just pass you by. And to a degree, that's all of this month. But I said this in Cancer's reading as well. So especially for those of you with Cancer placements, you got to sharpen up a little bit this month. You guys also have Knight of Swords coming in and Eight of Swords. So the universe is also kind of giving you a few messages and symbols through this month that say sharpen up. Don't drink the pain away. Don't blur yourself. Don't blunt yourself to the reality. Sharpen up and accept what is coming in. So week number 2, Knight of Swords, rooted down by Four of Cups. Quick solitude. Quickly, you are more isolated and more alone. It's almost like a timeout in the second week. And not that you guys have done something wrong, but maybe some of you have. Again, I can't really say for each individual person. But there's a degree of being disconnected from others in the second week that is really your biggest weapon. And that it has to just be, Virgo. That has to just kind of be okay. There are a few different types of Virgo personalities right now. You have the Virgo personality that is very capable of being on its own and very capable of not needing other people for the sake of presence. But then you have a certain other Virgo personality that is kind of a bit of afraid to be alone right now, or afraid to be disconnected. And that Virgo personality might struggle a bit more during this time, but I feel that you all get a nice dose of solitude during the second week. And I feel that it is so helpful and so wonderful, and you make most of your progress there. You just don't really want to second guess the solitude. You don't want to ask like, okay, why is this coming into my life? Why am I here? Because it is your central theme. Seven of Pentacles is also a solitude oriented energy. So Knight of Cups is 2. Eight of Swords is 2. Death is 2. But then you've got the Devil, 2 of Pentacles, and 10 of Cups, which are like other people. So you're really maybe in a bit of limbo between how you connect with yourself and how you connect with other people. Basically, in the second week, you want to draw up a plan or make some kind of progress alone. So watch out for taking too much advice from others, for letting other people decide your fate, or letting other people decide how you interact with others, gossiping so much that you lose your own idea of the characteristics of others. That is very not supported during that time. Week number 3, 2 of Pentacles, rooted down by the Devil. So, there's you're holding a lot of things, Virgo. You're holding a lot of personality traits, a lot of eccentricities. You're such a chameleon during that time. You have a lot on your plate as well, and this can become very addictive, especially for the task mastering, guru person of Virgo. So third week is basically going to come in and show you how all of these like great or quote unquote great traits that you have, or things that you've been awarded merit for in the past, like, being the great multitasker, being the ultimate parent, being the best person of the month at work. These things are going to be kind of seen in a new light. So like where the ultimate taskmaster becomes the person who's actually like very neurotic, where the best parent becomes the person who is extremely overprotective, where the the person who does best in the month at work is the person who's kissing up. Basically, third week of February, having a low profile is almost the best, to sort of blend in, to sort of be a wallflower, to sort of be out of the power hierarchy to whatever degree that you can, is really rewarding for you, Virgo, because you're ascending so quickly this year with all this earth energy. And Aquarius time is probably the hardest time of this year for you, because that is a quincunx to you. It is an unfavorable air aspect to your Virgo energy. And what you see is just that you are so supported with the Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in Capricorn, but then there's like this sort of outlying thing that you still have to tie up here. So reputation in the third week could also be, what am I known for? How is that coming back to haunt me? How is that helping me? And is this what I want to be known for? I think that a great thing for Virgo in the entire month of February is to ask themselves, is this what I want to be known for? What do I want to be known for? Why won't I give that to myself? It's actually not as hard as I've convinced myself. There's a good dialogue, self-dialogue there for you guys. And then, of course, also if there are any like addictive tendencies like drinking or drugging, or even like, workaholic tendencies, anything that is an addictive cycle gets really tried, especially during the middle half of February and leading towards the beginning of March. So we are all being tested in our own addictions and in our own tendencies like that, and they are changing. We've had a huge turnover of cycle. We've just gone into the rat year, which is going from pig, which is 12, to rat, which is 1. So it's like a huge turnover of the system with the Chinese astrological system. So with that in mind, there's like a lot of microcosmic things that you can fix here and that you can work on. A lot of small defining aspects of yourself that are no longer serving, that give you so much. So week number 4, Virgos, Knight of Cups, you're down by 8 of Swords. Really overcoming any sense of self-entrapment or feeling like you can't move, like you can't leave, like you can't go somewhere, feeling a bit quarantined energetically. That's gonna start dissipating and winding up, and through your own intelligence and your own capability, Knight of Cups, you're going to fix that. Also through your own sense of emotional maturity, through your own sense of ability to emotionally overcome something. So you're overcoming something in the 4th week of February, Virgos. And the thing about that is, it's not, you got to be careful for where you find the blame. Okay, because 8 of Swords is all about, maybe not having seen something for the way that it is, or not having noticed that something was becoming a problem. And you want to be careful about, implicating yourself too much or blaming yourself too much, or also like not seeing any blame in yourself as well. Basically, it's less important whose fault it is and more important how you change and how you go forward with it. So 7 of Pentacles as your central theme means that you are reflecting a lot this month, and that you are thinking about the past, and you're thinking about who did this, who did that, who will I keep in my life, who will I distance myself from. Try to do that for a bit here and then move forward, Virgo. To a degree, you've got to start moving forward. I feel this really strongly for your sign. There's a bit of a hang-up tendency in Virgo right now, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of tough love. And I've really got to tell you that you really overcome things by just getting a little bit of progress and forward motion here. Fix those pieces. See if you're blaming yourself too much, or if you're being self-sabotaging or mean to yourself. See what flags you're carrying when it comes to like familial discord, and try to fix those things. Maybe I can stop blaming myself. Maybe I can stop adding to this familial problem, or maybe I can stop contributing in general to something that's been a problem, and maybe I can move forward and start to open up new things that are much more profitable and creative for me, because your creative power is growing stronger and stronger. Again, you're like the rock star in the year of 2020, Virgos. Go check out your 2020 year ahead that I did on your sign. It's one of my favorite videos ever. It got a lot of nice response and people loved it, and I'm like, yeah, that's totally making sense for what Virgo is. So check that video out. If you guys are new here, hit the subscribe button so you can get these readings when they come out. Also, you can check the description box below if you wanted to book a private reading, or if you wanted to see my ebook or any of the other services I offer. I do daily updates on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram and Facebook and SoundCloud and Patreon and pretty much everything out there. And if this really resonated for you guys, I would so appreciate it if you'd hit the blue join button next to the subscribe button here on YouTube. You can get perks and members only updates, as well as support my content and show YouTube that you value it. If you guys have been here for a while, or if you just wanted to support on a whim. Thank you so much, Virgo. I'm looking forward to your readings coming through. We'll be talking soon. Much love. Bye.